Welcome to Make It Delicious Flavours of Australia. In this series, we'll be bringing a uniquely Australian flavour to your kitchen by showing you how to cook with some delicious homegrown native ingredients. My fellow Aussie chef, Nornie Bero, will be joining us to show you how easy it is to use native ingredients in your home cooking.
They just give you these beautiful nutty flavours that come out of them. And they were used as a natural thickener.
Before we start today's cooking challenge, Nornie will be selecting a native ingredient and then we'll meet back in the kitchen to see what recipe I can come up with. I'm Darren Robertson and this is Make It Delicious Flavours of Australia.
My ingredient today is wattle seeds. If you're someone like me who is caffeine free, wattle seed gives you those coffee tannins and a bit of chocolate, it's a bit nutty, hazelnutty on a different level. The best thing about wattle seeds though is that it comes in so many different varieties. So there's over 1,000 species around Australia. Roughly about 165 of them are edible and they all come in different colour codes too as well. So the lighter your wattle seed, the more malty it's going to be, and the darker your wattle seed, the more flavour comes out of them. So when you grind them down into a powder, they really do give you so many different types of flavours and they grow everywhere. I like to make damper with it and it's one of the first things my dad taught me how to cook was damper. Because it's so versatile in that savoury and sweet elements to it, I'm really interested to see what Darren is going to do with it because it is one of my favourites.
Nornie Bero, so what do you got?
So we've got wattle seeds.
Awesome.
So wattle seeds are in my top 5.
Cheeky tattoo?
Yeah, obviously. I've got it on my arm. On my sweet side, they just give you these beautiful coffee, bit of chocolate, hazelnutty and nutty flavours that come out of them.
Yeah.
And you've got to always remember when you're using them that you've got to roast them before you use them. And also, they were used as a natural thickener. When you're using it, that wattle seed will be a bit greedy and suck up some of that water.
Well, I thought I'd take some of those coffee notes. Coffee strangely go really well with mushrooms, so I thought I'd do a bit of a sort of beautiful comforting dish that we all know and love, I think, as Aussies. So it's a mushroom wattleseed risotto, and I'm also going to crush some of these puppies up and fold them into a pangrattato.
Delicious.
So crispy fried breadcrumbs in butter to give a nice sort of contrast, that creamy mushroom risotto. All right, so pangrattato, so I'm just going to fry off this bread. So first of all, good glug of olive oil, medium-high heat, and then a decent knob of butter. Foam up our butter, and then straight in with our breadcrumbs. And I'm just going to season this with a decent pinch of salt and pepper. Give them a little stir, and you can just see they're just starting to toast nicely around the edge there. And so whilst they're toasting, I'm just going to crush. So these have been pre-toasted, these wattle seeds. So I'm going to pop these in the pestle and mortar. I'm just going to crush these up. All right, so it's just starting to turn now. You can just see it's developing a bit of a golden tinge to it. All right, so I'm happy with that. So it's nice and golden brown. To gas off. Now I'm going to wind in those beautiful wattle seeds. Golden and nutty. And I'm just going to pick some thyme leaves through it. It's just going to kind of activate all those beautiful oils. Because
you want different textures and different flavours as every bite that you have.
Yeah. Then finally, a decent amount of freshly grated lemon zest. And that's it. So there's our wattle seed pangrattato. And so I'm just going to pop that into a bowl now. But if I leave it in that pan, it's just going to carry on cooking. So pangrattato's done. Now we're going to start our mushroom risotto. So we've got a nice little selection. Obviously you use whatever you want. Swiss browns, field mushrooms, beautiful sort of king mushrooms. So we're just going to slice these not too thin. So they've still got a little bit of a character. You can quarter some up, irregular shapes. Keep it interesting. So hot pan, a little bit of olive oil and a touch of butter as well. All right, so I'm going to wind the kings in first because they do take a little bit more cooking. Then with salt, I want these just to colour up a little bit. That's beautiful. They're pretty much cooked, so I'll just pop these out of the pan and now I'm going to cook the remainder of the mushrooms. Good pinch of salt and pepper. Lightly fry these puppies. Give them a little toss.
Little charred bits on there so that you get an extra bit of flavour.
All right, so I'm cool with that. And I'm going to set those aside. And now in the same pan, I'm going to sweat off my onion and all of the other beautiful ingredients for our risotto. In with some garlic. Okay, all right, so she's looking good. It's certainly smelling the part, so you can sort of smell the sweetness and the nuttiness from the garlic. Give it a final stir, and then we're going to go in with the wattle seeds. So I'm going to toast these off first. So really I'm treating this a bit like a mustard seed, really. And then I'm going to wind in our rice as well.
Yep.
I'm just going to coat the rice in that oil and butter and just fry that for a minute or so as well. All right, so we've increased the heat. So now I'm going to deglaze the pan with some white wine.
All those flavors of that wine just cooking into the rice already.
And you can see it just instantly sort of cleans all those flavors off the bottom of the pan.
Look how it's already starting to feel a bit creamy too.
But to deepen the flavor even more, I'm going to use Massel vegetable stock. So this recipe calls for about 1 litre. And I know typically you'd put it in a bit at a time, you'd stir it, manipulate the rice to extract that starch. I'm going to do it in 3 stages. So I'm going to pop about 300 mils for stage 1, just cover the rice, give them a little stir, and then let him cook away. I guarantee doing it this way, you're still going to end up with a beautiful, creamy risotto. So now at this stage you can see it's starting to develop a bit of a creaminess. The stock is evaporating. So I'm just going to put in my second lot of stock. Smells pretty good. Give it a bit of a stir, keep your eye on the heat. And then finally in with the final addition of our Massel vegetable stock. That's looking pretty good now. All right, so we'll take that lemon from the pangrattato, give it a nice squeeze, bring it to life with a bit of acid. The juices of the mushroom. I'm just going to fold some of these through the risotto itself. I think it's just nice to leave a few for the top as well. Turn them off the heat, give that a little mix. And I've got some fresh herbs here, so we have some oregano, some parsley, a bit of chervil.
Add a bit of freshness in there.
Add a bit of freshness. It doesn't have to look like a garden salad. And then, of course, a touch of parmesan to give it an extra creaminess. Olive oil. I think she's good to go. So I'll serve her up. I love how those wattle seeds look.
Yeah, it's going to have those nice little crunchy bits in there.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about trying it. It's extra crunchy bits.
Extra crunch, look at that. Beautiful colour. Some chervil, get some freshness. All right, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's dig in.
I can't wait to try this.
Here we go.
Okay.
Should we dig in?
Yeah, let's do it. Get a bit of mushroom there. That's delicious. The wattle seeds have expanded with all that liquid in there, and it gives you this pop of flavor in there. So I think it's amazing.
I'm really happy
Really
with
great way of utilizing them in a different way.
that and the lemon, just to give a bit of a
Yeah,
thing.
it's really nice and earthy. I think it's fantastic. All those really nice crunchy bits really has changed my view of using them in a different way too as well, and opening them up a bit more. So you really nailed it. I love it.
Thank you. I'm a big fan actually of the pangrattato, the wattle and the lemon zest and the thyme. For me, that really gives that beautiful texture. Mate, thanks so much for bringing those in. I'm certainly going to be using wattle seeds a lot more in my home cooking.
I love it.
So interesting.
Let's do it.
Thanks for watching Make It Delicious Flavours of Australia. I really hope that we've inspired you guys to bring native ingredients into your home cooking. And of course, thank you to Nornie Bero. Thanks, mate.
Thanks for having me.
That was awesome. Thanks so much.